and welcome to Tunnel Barn Farm and the 9th annual Daiwa Pole Fishing Masters. This year it's bigger and better than ever. 125 of the UK's best commercial anglers taking part and 2 poles to win. Yes, you heard right, it's a Daiwa AZ Pro for the festival winner, plus £3,000 in cash I might add, and a Daiwa Arity Pro for the biggest weight of the week. So lots to go at, and we've got some of the best anglers in the UK taking part as well. Alan Scotthorne, Andy Bennett, Jamie Hughes, Kristian Jones, Jordan Holloway, you name them, they're here. Let's go and have a look at how they're getting on.
Right, day one of the 2023 Daiwa Masters, and this is the event we are all looking forward to every year, and this year it's looking good. I mean, we've had some moody years in the past with weather. This year it's looking like we're going to catch a lot of fish. Fingers crossed. And first day I've drawn quite a nice one. I've drawn peg 5 on house pool, which gives me half a chance. I mean, I've got a bit of an issue next to me. Kieran's going to catch some on peg 6, very good peg. That'll be tricky to beat, but I'm happy, and we're just happy to be here. What an event it is. And this year, as has already been mentioned, Daiwa have took it to a whole new level in terms of support for the competition, chucking in 2 poles. Do you know what I mean? It's daft. What other match can you go to where there's 10,000 quid's worth of poles up for grabs? It is phenomenal, and it's why we all clamber to get on this event. Without doubt, when it comes to commercial F1 fishing, this is the best event in the country. It's what we're all after, and fingers crossed for a good start. Hopefully catch a load of F1s and go home happy, but a long way to go yet, but it's looking really good with lots of fish are going to be caught this year, I reckon.
Right, it's day one of the Tunnel Barn Masters. I've drew peg 6 on house, a lovely peg. I've drew this peg before, quite familiar with it, so hopefully I can have another good day on it. I've got a bit of a problem. I've drew at side of Jamie, so that's going to be a bit of a challenge, but we'll give it our best shot and see how we get on. Cracking event, the Masters. Been on it the last few years now, so if you've not been on it before, it's something you should get into and give it a go, because it's absolutely brilliant fishing. Right, so we're here on the first day of Pole Fishing Masters, and I've drew peg 32 on house. Now, looking at the peg, looks like, you know, it's quite a difficult section this. It looks like I should catch a few fish, but I feel like I haven't got as much cover as a couple of other anglers in the section, which might cause me a few problems, but I'm still a bit hopeful of a few bites. This lake's been fishing pretty well recently, so I'm hoping, like I said, we're going to have a good day's fishing. Got a little bit of cover down the edge and a nice depth down there, so I'm hoping to catch a few fish down there as well. Talking about the actual event itself, obviously this year we've had a bit of extra sort of sponsorship from Daiwa in terms of they're giving away 2 poles this year, so absolutely loads of stuff to win. Not only is there an AZ Pro for the winner of the festival, there's also an Arity pole to win for the biggest weight of the week, so really looking forward to it. Probably one of my favourite events of the year. Fingers crossed I catch a few today. Right, you join me for day 2 of the Daiwa Pole Masters. We'll have a little chat about yesterday, the first day first. I drew peg 6 on house. I've had a fantastic day's fishing. I've caught shallow, long to the cover and in the edge. I've ended up weighing 196 pounds. That's been enough to win the match, but more importantly, win me the section. That's what we're mainly bothered about on this festival, because it's a 3-day festival. It's accumulation of points. Day 2, I've drew 45 on high pool. Again, a very similar peg, long across to some cover. There's not as much cover today, but I still quietly fancy it. There's no edge to fish today for cover, but I think we'll do a different approach, probably some ground bait and maggots in the shallow water in the edge, but we'll see how we get on. Just got to try and win that section. There's some good anglers in the section. I've got Alan to my right, young Rob on 50 on the other end, so it's going to be difficult. 42 is the good peg on this, so that's 2 to my right, but we'll give it our best shot and see how we get on.
So it's currently day 2 of the Pole Masters. Now yesterday I actually drew peg 25 on high pool, which is a peg I actually drew on the last day of the festival last year, and it's in with peg 15, which is obviously the best. It's kind of the best peg on high pool, but the wind was going the other way, so it wasn't that good yesterday. So basically I started my match fishing shallow in the edge on casters and across to the cover on casters shallow. Everything this week, because of the bright weather and the hot weather, everything just wants to be in the cover, so fishing shallow to cover has been really, really good. And for about the first 2.5 hours yesterday, I pretty much just shipped across or in the edges on casters shallow and caught F1s. And then it got a bit hard towards the end, but I went on the bottom with worms and caught a few. I ended up with 112 pounds, which was enough to win the section, so good start. Today is day 2, and I've drawn top pool 29. Now yesterday this pool actually fished really, really well. The section was won with 33. From peg 33, which is in the bowl behind me. I think I'm going to be up against it to win, but you never know. This peg had 75 pounds yesterday, 84 was second, so you never know. I'm going to fish across to the point of my island and down the edge to my cover basically, and that's my day. So fingers crossed we catch a few and yeah, we can get a section win.
Hi, I'm Danny Grimsey. Yesterday I drew Canal 23, ended up winning the match with £197. Caught mainly shallow and casters across in the reeds. Caught really well dobbing, sort of mid part of the match, where I probably had about £80. And I've had sort of 4 or 5 big ones on meat down the edge in the last sort of 20 minutes. Best rig for shallow across was overshotted, just on casters. Yeah, so today I've drawn high pool 21, which I don't really fancy it, to be fair. I haven't got a lot of cover. I've got bagger in my section as well, which obviously is the man. So yeah, looks like hopefully I'm going to win this Arity Pro. Hopefully no one will catch more than £197.
So my name's Jamie Payne. We're on day 3 of the Pole Masters. I'm on 2 points. The first day I drew just to my left, funnily enough, house 14. I knew that was a good draw. Wind's been blowing down here in the week beforehand. It was still tricky. I had £107. Second day, which got me in my section. Second day I was on Canal 3. Gone across, but just had odd stockies, and in the end fished maggot down the middle and just caught stockies all day for £118 and a section win. I've drawn an area that's given me a chance today, so I'm really happy with that. I've been fortunate with the draw all week, and hopefully there'll be some fish there, and it'll be a good day. So today I'm on house 16. Pleased, right area, it has been all week, so I'm pleased with that, and hopefully I can have a good day. It certainly gives me a chance from here, so that's all you ask for. I can't complain, especially with it being so peggy, you can't complain. Hopefully they'll come shallow, and yeah, hopefully it'll be a good day.
So it's the 3rd day of the Pole Masters. I've had a section win first day and a second yesterday. I only got beat by a few pounds, so a little bit annoying not to be going into the last day with 2 points. So don't think winning it's a realistic possibility. But I've drawn a decent peg today, 23 on high pool. It had £100 and odd yesterday, won the section. So hopefully we can get the section, get a chance of framing. If not, even second in the section might give me a chance of framing. So fingers crossed we have a good day, and we'll see how it goes.
Right, so day 3 of the Daiwa Pole Masters, and I've drew peg 5 on top pool today. Now, yesterday I actually drew 40 on new pool. Wasn't so sure about it initially, but I actually had a spare peg. Peg to my left, peg 42 wasn't drawn, and it ended up giving me a bit of extra room. Ended up having a nice day, catching a few F1s dobbing early in the reeds, and then later on worms across. Lovely days fishing again. I had £102 and won the lake. That left me going into today on 2 points, and I was actually leading the festival. Like I say, today I'm on 5 on top pool. Don't really fancy it, if I'm honest. The problem is in this section is I'm in with this whole bank, and it goes down up towards the end pegs near the lilies up there, 13 and 15. Now 15 I think's actually won the lake both days so far, and Rob Parker's on it today, and I know him quite well. He's quite a good angler, so I think we're going to have our work cut out. And to be fair, the pegs in the rest of the bowl are all good pegs, so really going to be a difficult section. Just need to hope that some fish turn up from somewhere and I can have a good day.
Right, this brings me on to the small matter of the biggest weight of the week. So, obviously we changed it this year. You used to get a big envelope full of cash for this. This year we've gone one better. You get an even, well, all I can say is I wish I'd won it. Fantastic pole, fantastic package. The new Daiwa Rarity Pro pole. Are these even on sale yet, or are they just on sale?
Just hitting the shop.
Just hitting the shop. So you're one of the first people in the country to win one. And I watched this lad, magnificent display. Really worked his lines hard, as you'll see when the filming comes out. Brilliant performance. So winning the Daiwa Rarity Pro pole with a weight of 197.12, Danny Grimsey. So that brings me on to the top 15. And it's been, as you'd expect, incredibly close. Not only to get into the top 15, but within it. So it's one of those weeks, as I said, with the way the fishing's been, every pound, every ounce in some cases has really mattered. So without further ado, in 15th place, he's had 5 points, a weight of £226, 15. The best looking man in Wales, Mikey Williams. I think so far.
Thank you.
14th place now, again 5 points, a weight of 231.5, Jack Danby. This man's never far away from the frame here at Tunnel Barn Farm. 5 points again, 271.15 this time. 13th place, Andy Bennett. This lad's one of the, well, fastest improving anglers I've seen here at Tunnel. He's like, come out of nowhere. Now every festival we seem to run, he's there or thereabouts, knocking on the door. Brilliant performance again this week. 5 points, a weight of 278.8, Craig Meadows. Another former champion now, had a weight of £294, and again 5 points, John Arthur. Moving into the top 10 now, and another former champion. This man had a weight of £296.6, and again 5 points, Matty Dawes. 9th overall now, and he's fished a lovely match today on house pool, and a bit unlucky. A weight of £303.1, 5 points, Paul Yates.
Cheers, Steve.
Thank you. 8th overall now, again 5 points, a weight of 322.1, that man, Andy Power. Making his debut in the Daiwa Pole Fishing Masters, first time he's fished it, and he's well in the frame. A weight of 322.5 and 5 points for young Rob Swan. This man has fished an amazing festival. I've watched him every day, and yeah, what can I say? Brilliant performance. Weight of 251.1, 4 points now, Dave Scott. Another regular in the frame here at Tunnel. In fact, I'd go as far as to say there aren't many who've won more matches here than this man. He's had a weight of 316.6 and again 4 points, Jordan Holloway. So we move up to 3 points now. No, we don't, that's wrong. Still 4 points. 4 points again. Les Marshall, 345.13. Doing it for South Yorkshire, pal. That's the way. Now we move up to 3 points. Another brilliant display of angling over these 3 days for this man. Total weight of 266.13 and 3 points for Andy Christie. On to second overall now. Again 3 points. Total weight this time of £316. Brilliant performance from Jamie Payne. Okay, I'll say again before I announce the winner, please don't go anywhere. We really want a nice picture of everybody up here. What can I say about this man? I've had the pleasure of working with him for a couple of years now, as well as fishing with him a lot. Definitely the most informed angler in the country, in my opinion. And who's to say what the future holds? It's quite frightening to think he's only 23 years old, given the CV of achievements that he's already had. The 2023 Daiwa Pole Fishing Masters champion. A total weight of 361.6 and 3 points, winning the Daiwa AirZ pole and £3,000 in cash, Kristian Jones. Superb, mate. Thank you all very much for attending, folks.
Thank you.
Top 15.
Yeah, top 15, everybody up here for a picture.
Very much, mate.
No. Go. Well, here I am with the new champion, 2023 Daiwa Pole Fishing Masters winner, Kristian Jones. Mate, today's been a roller coaster for you. You were gutted this morning at the draw.
Yeah, I was. Like I said, I was feeling like on that peg on top pool that I couldn't compete with the pegs on the lily pads further up the lake. And when I seen that Rob Parker, a lad who I know quite well, was on the end peg, I did really think I'd be up against it to beat him. So. And to be fair, I looked at the result from yesterday. I was hoping to see that it comes second or something to give me a bit of, optimism, but it only caught £40, so I was really down about it. When I got to my peg, I didn't have a lot of cover really, and I didn't really fancy it. But in the end, there's been some fish in that channel, and they've really turned up strong later on in the match, haven't they?
We watched you early in the match, and there were some muggers about. You were trying to mug fish, but that really didn't go to plan, did it?
No, to be fair, I've probably had 5 or 6 carp mugging throughout the day, but what you seem to find on that top pool, I don't know what it is, they're always swimming about on there, and there are always a few come in front of you, but they're very, very difficult to catch. I noticed Jimmy Brooks put it on his Facebook blog last night, saying that he probably flicked at 400 fish, or he'd had 400 flicks at fish and only caught 15 fish. It's amazing, even the best mugging anglers struggle to catch them on that lake. I think they've just seen it all before, old fish. So I didn't want to waste too much time doing that, because I realised quite quickly that they were going to be hard to catch, so I just focused on trying to catch some F1s, and luckily, like I said, he turned up and it was good in the end. No,
it was a joy to watch late in the match. You really got into a rhythm and you were catching very, very fast.
Yeah, just literally, again, I just thought, because I knew I was behind, pull nice and quick, get the fish in quick, and hopefully I could claw it back, and again, just enough, so really happy.
Interesting week, mate. Bright conditions. By the Tunnel Barn form book, you haven't drawn well, I wouldn't say. You know, you've had one decent peg in, was it House
32, yeah. I think that's been the key, obviously, this week, is just having that little bit of cover or something that might give a bit of shelter for the fish. And I think today on my peg, it's been that, that little bit of the channel where the fish have just sat out the way, and I think that's held a few fish. Yesterday on New Pool, peg 40, I was in a corner, loads of reeds there, and there was some fish there, not normally a good area of the lake. I think that's been the key this week, hasn't it, with the bright weather?
Absolutely. Well, Daiwa AirZ Pro pole for your takeaway. You've got one already. What are you going to do with it?
Going to keep it, mate. I'm good for a spare pole, but also just think such a good pole, why not have 2?
Yeah. I mean, I remember we talked quite a lot before you upgraded it. You nicked mine for a couple of matches, as I remember.
Yeah.
Do you think it's helped you this week, having that sort of elite level of stiffness and responsiveness?
100%. I think it works in both ways as well. Like, obviously, if you draw a wider peg, on the first day I was fishing sort of 14.5, 16 metres shallow to a tree. You really need your pole to be sort of, you know, responsive and stiff. But today I've had to really drag the fish away from that channel, and it's strong as well. It doesn't feel like it's going to let you down. So I think that's the key. It does make a big difference having the right tackle, I think.
Brilliant. Well, I'll be 100% honest with you, mate. I was welling up a bit when I thought you'd won it, because there's nobody deserves it more than you. Absolutely awesome. Well done.
Thanks a lot, Tom.